At Sung High School, two opposing worlds coexist under one roof. On one side, the academic students dedicated to studying and always at the peak of performance. On the other, those considered academic failures, but who sweep the board in sports and take the glory in every competition. Among them stands out Lee Bae, an attractive young man whose life revolves around sports. Although he doesn't excel in studies, his athletic prowess has earned him the respect of teachers and classmates. In contrast, young Kai-chi is the brightest and most striking student of the scholar group. Beautiful, distant, and focused, she completely ignores those around her. So let's get started with the recap. One day, young Kai-chi notices that some books are missing, specifically those of Lee Gae and his friends known for their rebellious attitude. To get them back, she devises a strategy and manages to follow one of the guys to their hideout. While trying to retrieve the books, she almost falls to the ground, but Lee Gae catches her just in time, causing a scene that is broadcast throughout the school. Humiliated by the situation, Lee Gae plans to take revenge during this sports event the next day. When the day arrives, the scholars come organized and in uniform, while the athletes dress without a care. They pretend to want to help them train, but soon they mock them, push them, and make them look bad. The scholars get furious and decide to challenge them to a match to prove that they can also win. Yang Kai-chi, determined, joins the challenge. The game begins with an advantage for Lee Gae's team, but the scholars use their ingenuity and level the score. At one point, one of them falls from a direct hit by Lee Gae's ball, and the scholars respond by spreading water on the court to make him slip. The match ends in total chaos. Just when the principal tries to boast to the governor about the harmony among the students, he witnesses a pitch battle on the field. Indignant, he stops the confrontation, lowers their grades, and issues a serious warning. The next morning, Lee Gae gets ready for class. He lives right across from Ning Zae-yu, an academic student with whom he argued, and upon crossing paths, they clash verbally again until Lee Gae's mother comes out and both pretend to get along. On the other hand, Yang Kai-chi also has a brother, Yang Ho-yi, who is part of the failures group. He tries to steal her notes, but she was expecting it and makes it clear that she will not allow cheating. It is soon revealed that almost all the students live in the same residential complex called Almasar, although that doesn't prevent their constant confrontations. Upon arriving at school, they receive unexpected news. Due to the conflicts, both classes will be merged. No one takes it well. The scholars consider the others inferior, while Lee Gae and his group hate everything related to studying. Instead of seeking peace, Lee Gae and company decide to keep bothering the scholars. During lunch, they sabotage their drinks with firecrackers. Then, the scholars take revenge by stealing the athletes' clothes while they shower, leading to a ridiculous chase across the courtyard. The principal catches them and threatens them again. They promise to behave, although they immediately plan another prank, putting glue on Ning Zae-yu's chair, but their execution is a disaster. The clumsiest of the group mistakes the chair, and the one who ends up stuck is Yang Kai-chi. Humiliated and furious, she leaves to change. Lee Gae, regretful, tries to apologize, but she makes it clear that she won't be intimidated. Although surprised by her character, Lee Gae begins to feel attracted to her.
The next day, he and his friends are transferred to the scholars class. The teacher separates them to avoid problems and explains the rules. However, as soon as the class starts, they get distracted and start bothering others again. Lee Gae, bored, notices that Yuan Kai-chi is sitting nearby and decides to concentrate on annoying her. Lee Gae, trying to stay awake in class, puts on sunglasses, believing the teacher won't notice his nap. However, she realizes it and reprimands him, warning him about the consequences of repeating that behavior. After class, Lee Gae looks for Yuan Kai-chi to apologize, recognizing her influence as class president. However, she ignores him coldly, still annoyed by the previous pranks. As she walks away, her hair brushes Lee Gae's face, provoking an unexpected emotion in him. Meanwhile, Han Ya-yi, a student, tries to confess her feelings to Ning Zae-yu, but trips and he helps her up. Despite his gesture, he rejects him, since his feelings are directed toward Yuan Kai-chi. At another time, a classmate nicknamed the Clown misinterprets the laughter of Lee Gae's friends, and in retaliation throws their sneakers in the trash. Upon discovering the loss, Lee Gae and his friends friends are furious. But they remembered the principal's warnings and opt to look for the shoes. Yuan Kai-chi, feeling responsible, helps them find and finally finds them. Upon learning the sentimental value of the sneakers, the academic students are moved and apologize sincerely. Later, Liga sees Yuan Kai-chi walking with her younger brother, Yan Haoshi, but not knowing their relationship, he mistakenly assumes he is her boyfriend and feels jealous. The next day, seeing Yan Haoshi with another girl, Liga thinks he is playing with Yuan Kai-chi's feelings. He tries to warn her, but his jealousy betrays him and he makes a sarcastic comment, leaving everyone confused. During gym class, Yuan Kai-chi feels dizzy and faints. Liga, worried, takes her to the hospital and takes care of her until she recovers. He takes the opportunity to warn her about Yan Haoshi, but she clarifies that he is her brother, leaving Liga embarrassed. Decided to get closer to Yuan Kai-chi, he feigns interest in Han Ya-yi to get information about her. He discovers that Yuan Kai-chi is looking for a specific book and goes ahead to get it. However, when he offers it to her, she rejects it coldly. Shortly after, the teacher announces a tutoring project that will pair academic students with athletes. Han Ya-yi is assigned to Li Ga. Although, at first she doesn't understand explanations, with effort and dedication, he manages to complete the experiment. Impressed, Yuan Kai-chi gives her phone number in case she needs help in the future. Li Ga, thrilled to have received Yuan Kai-chi's number, saves the contact enthusiastically and spends the night waiting for a message from her. Finally, his wish comes true when he receives a message from her. Although inside he is euphoric, he decides to stay calm and not reply immediately. That night, during the family dinner, Li Ga is surprised to see Ning Ze-yu, the top student in the class, sharing the table with his family. Turns out that being alone due to his parents' trip, Ning Ze-yu was invited by Liga's family. Upon learning of the message Yuan Kai-chi sent to Liga, Ning Ze-yu feels uncomfortable and decides to leave early. Meanwhile, Yuan Kai-chi looks at a childhood photograph with a friend who disappeared years ago. Although she doesn't remember his current face, she feels a deep nostalgia for him. The next day, a ministry committee visits the school to evaluate the integration of the merged classes. The confident principal boasts of the harmony among the students. However, during a demonstration in the lab, Liga makes a mistake that causes a fire, and amidst the chaos, Liga's athlete friends help evacuate the students.
Noticing that Yuan Kai-chi hasn't left, Liga returns to the lab and finds her paralyzed with fear. He rescues her just in time, demonstrating his bravery. Yuan Kai-chi, grateful, tends to Liga's wounds and confesses her phobia of fire, originating from a childhood fire. Ning Ze-yu, learning of the closeness between them, feels jealous. The principal, seeing the cooperation among the students during the emergency, decides to reward them with a special lunch. Li Ge, attentive, notices that Yuan Kai-chi is limping and hands her a bag with a new skirt and a discount card for the bookstore, details that move her deeply. The next day, Yuan Kai-chi decides to buy Li Ge a gift in gratitude. She observes that he is striving to improve academically and agrees to help him with his studies. Although Li Ge tries to concentrate, he can't help but be mesmerized by her presence. That night, Han Ya-yi, a cunning classmate, asks to borrow Yuan Kai-chi's discount card. Although doubtful, Yuan Kai-chi agrees. The next day, Han Ya-yi claims to have lost the card, which deeply annoys Yuan Kai-chi. She decides to look for it in the trash, and Ning Ze-yu, seeing her, joins the search. Li Ge, seeing them together, feels jealous and pulls Yuan Kai-chi away, promising to get her another card. Finally, Ning Ze-yu finds the card and confronts Han Ya-yi, who admits to having thrown it away out of jealousy. That night, Ning Ze-yu returns home and feels frustrated by the academic pressure from his parents, envying the close relationship Li Ge has with his family. The next day, Ning Ze-yu returns the card to Yuan Kai-chi, who thanks him enthusiastically. Li Ge, seeing them, gets jealous and starts bothering her. At that moment, the principal announces a race between classes, motivating everyone to participate. During recess, Li Ge and his friends are provoked by a rival student, leading Li Ge to bet that the loser of the race must obey the winner. In the selection trials, Li Ge and his friends stand out for their speed. However, to balance the team, academic students are also selected. On the day of the race, one of the participants doesn't show up, and Kaichi decides to replace her despite her injury. During the race, Yuan Keiichi runs with determination, but her injury causes her to fall. Li Ge, worried, helps her, but she urges him to continue. Motivated, Li Ge runs with all his might, surprising everyone with his speed and determination. Li Ge was about to catch up to the rival student but crossed the finish line barely a second later. Although he finished in second place, the respect he earned was unquestionable. The students, impressed by his effort, hailed him as the true champion. Yuan Keiichi visited the clinic for her injured leg and found Han Ya-yi there, the classmate who didn't show up for the race. Although everyone thought she had hidden, she admitted she didn't feel well. Yuan Keiichi, surprised, forgave her. However, Han Ya-yi felt guilty for letting her run injured. Upon returning to class, she broke down in tears in front of everyone and apologized. Li Ge approached to comfort her, reminding her that they were a team and still had many opportunities ahead. That night, photos of the group flooded the school app, and comments highlighted how good Li Ge and Yuan Keiichi looked together. She felt embarrassed, but he was so happy he almost broke the bed jumping.
The next day, Li Ge had to fulfill the bet, dress in ridiculous clothes. The bully from the other group humiliated him by recording him in front of everyone, but his loyal friends appeared dressed the same way, posing for a group photo. The teacher appeared right after, asking them to change. Before leaving, the bully demanded Li Ge serve him lunch. Although he accepted with dignity, the academic students showed solidarity and sat with him, demonstrating unexpected unity. Li Ge, moved, thanked them for the gesture. The confused bully watched his plan crumble. At the end of the day, Li Ge surprised Yuan Keiichi by waiting for her. Instead of walking her home, he took her to a restaurant where he ordered her favorite food. Although she enjoyed the gesture, she reminded him that they had an exam the next day. Still, they shared a pleasant time amidst jokes and laughter. But when the exam came, Li Ge was completely lost. He marked answers randomly and ended up with the worst grade in the class. Yuan Keiichi teased him amicably, but Li Ge felt humiliated. His friend gave him his corrected exam to study. Later, his mother found the exam with the good grade and, believing it was his, celebrated enthusiastically. Li Ge didn't want to ruin her illusion, but when she discovered the truth, her reaction was devastating, leaving him completely dejected. His friends trying to help him proposed cheating on the next exam, but when they were preparing cheat sheets, Yuan Keiichi caught them. Seeing Li Ge's desperation, she decided to truly help him by gathering study materials. However, that night, Li Ge didn't show up to collect them. He sneaked out with his friends to sports training and lost track of time. Yuan Keiichi, disappointed, felt betrayed. Li Ge remembered the appointment late and ran to her, but it was already too late. Hurt, he decided to study on his own, spending the night at school. The next morning, Yuan Keiichi found him there, still concentrated. Seeing his effort, she decided to forgive him and sat down to help him. Soon, even the top student and the loud friend of the class joined in, creating a true support network. With a joint effort, Li Ge improved noticeably. But when he wanted to invite Yuan Keiichi to dinner as thanks, she kindly rejected him since she would be studying with Ning Zheyu. Although Li Ge felt hurt, he feigned indifferent. The next day, he avoided Yuan Keiichi, acting cold towards her. During gym class, he was chosen as a leader, but he went too far, imposing harsh exercises, especially in front of her. His attitude worsened, and when his friend got the answers to the next exam, Li Ge destroyed them. He no longer wanted shortcuts. He was determined to do it on his own merits. Finally, the day of the exam arrived. This time, he concentrated and answered confidently. Afterward, Yuan Keiichi celebrated with him. To thank her, Li Ge took her to an amusement park. They spent an unforgettable day, sharing games, ice cream, and lunch. Yuan Keiichi thanked Li Ge for the day at the park, revealing she hadn't visited one since childhood. Both were getting closer, but neither dared to confess what they felt. The next day, the exam results surprised everyone. Li Ge and his friends not only passed, but obtained outstanding grades. Happy, they were called to the principal's office, thinking they would receive congratulations. However, they were accused of cheating. Although they tried to defend themselves, the principal didn't believe students like them could achieve such grades without outside help.
And that is where we will leave part 1. Lee Gay and his friends are walking into the principal's office expecting a reward, but they have no idea that a serious accusation is waiting for them. Will they be able to prove their innocence? Or is this the end of their lucky streak? To find out what happens next, please leave a like on this video and make sure you are subscribed. Part 2 is coming very soon. Thanks for watching.